On the contrary, once you have called me the mother, you see, there is a protective attention on you. Then you misbehave, you cross all the limits and things, then it acts on you. This action has taken place in many cases. Some of them have come back, some are still hanging around and are doing wrong things because they have done terribly wrong things and they know they will be found out. Now the worst thing that happens in Sahaja Yoga, that people try to make money out of me because they know I don't understand money, I don't understand banking, and I'm very bad at it. But I'm not. I know everything. I know everything about everyone. They tell me lies, I know that they are telling me lies. But it's allowed. Do what you like in Sahaja. You yourself will have to pay for it. It's something so great with this Mahamaya Roop that directly I don't have to say anything. You don't even know that it's done. When it happens, they come rushing to me, Mother, it has happened. Now, I have not done anything directly, neither indirectly. But once you go out of the protection of your mother, there are negative forces all around you, which also you don't see because you are partly blind. You couldn't see your mother and you couldn't see these negative forces also. Then you fall a prey to their talk, things, whatever it is, or maybe into some paradoxical culture as you have here. You may fall a prey to that. There's somebody I know in Sahaja Yoga who has gone now and he is now drinking a lot and he's doing all kinds of things. So, such a person gets lost because of his doings. I'm not doing anything to him. If you are with me, if you are in Sahaja Yoga, you are protected, you are looked after. But you have to stick on, you have to have faith. And even if there's any problem, it gets solved. But those who have gone out of it, who go beyond my reach, then they suffer. So even indirectly I would say I am not in any way harming them. Because I have decided not to harm anyone. That I have decided on. Especially those who call me mother, I don't want to harm them. But they get harmed, no doubt. They get harmed very badly. So, if it has happened, just take it up. All right, doesn't matter. Mother forgives everyone. It has happened, has happened. This is a lesson for me. It was something because of it happened. And now I'm back. And then you become sometimes a better Sahaja Yogi than many of us. This kind of happening is very common in every country. But you see, this whole culture, I feel, is so paradoxical. Whole culture is so paradoxical. And what is paid for is something that is ugly. What is paid for something that is sinful. Whatever that is filthy, dirty is paid for and accepted. So very paradoxical because it goes against growth of spirituality. One side you are spiritual, you want to be spiritual. Another side you have this paradoxical culture which takes you down to It's like a story once Baba Mama told me. Very interesting story it is. He said that some people did lots of punyas, so they were taken to heaven. But they saw everybody was meditating nicely, enjoying. He said, what is this? We did this also with Sahaja Yoga. What's the use of doing it here again? We should have something else. So let's have a look at the hell. So they went down to see the hell. And outside they were having all these paradoxical culture of nude women and nude men dancing, shouting, screaming, dirty, filthy things going on. So they said, this seems to be very different, So they said, the people who were doing all these acts, they asked, why are you here? They said, we've come here only for seeing the hell. Oh, all right. There are peepholes, you see through them. So they had big, big holes, out of which they started seeing. So in one hole, they saw people being put into some sort of a filth, a pus, and this then another into feces, this, that, another into sort of a mire, out of which they could not come out, or shouting. Then there's another one where they were boiled in the boiling oil, and some were beaten up. There were snakes and scorpions and this. They said, what is this all? That is hell. You wanted to see. That is hell. You want to go? You can go there. So they said, what are you doing here? This is publicity department for hell. They ran back to heaven and asked forgiveness that we don't want this hell, had enough of it. So like that, you see, the whole world is a camouflage. If you see, this is an anti-Mahamaya. So, they say that this Maya is created by God. No. The Maya that God has created is this world, this whole universe and all that. But this elusive life is created by human beings, absolutely through their projections of their brains and mental capacities. They have projected, because money is everything. If money is everything, by hook or crook, if you have to get the money, then do what you love. Every day you read in the newspaper, horrible stories about how people want to make money, how they want to sell their daughters, how they want to sell their wives. Anything is all right as long as you have money. If you can make money, nothing like it. So this is one of the illusions that human beings have created, is what you call is money maya. And in that comes also the wealth, possessions, materialism. Everything is created by human beings. And this creation of materialism then boils you down to a personality which is involved in all sinful act. Everything is all right, because if money is all right, materialism is all right. For example, the way people went down to America, Spanish, and killed so many aboriginals there. Then also English went, and all kinds of people went there in America. The way they have tortured is something is, you cannot think how human beings can behave like this towards ordinary people who are just simple people living in the jungles. How can you do such a thing to them? Such horrible, you can call it a genocide. It's really a terrible thing. They did it. We know more about this Germans, the way they behaved recently. But even in those days, they used to do all kinds of things. And the nature, which is a Maya of God, how it takes respite. There were people in America, Central America, near river Mississippi and Missouri. They are called as rednecks. Long time, he must be remembering it. And because they were called rednecks by the black, they used to kill so many blacks. They used to hang their children on the tree. They used to throw their bodies in the river, sometimes get them drowned, did all kinds of things to the black people, under the name that they were white people and they are superior and something like that, behaving worse than animals. Now you know that floods came in, terrible floods came in, and those floods drowned these rednecks beyond their necks, and so many were dead. One would say that how could it happen? It is. Another example I'll give you is the way Americans were treating all these Bolivians and the Colombians, that they would buy everything from them very cheaply. And like wheat and everything, very cheap, just the minimum profits there. And they would sell it at a double price and make money. All this was really criminal to do from any point of view. They were doing it. I went to, I don't know what year it was, 1978 or so, into Colombia. And there was one man came in the party. I was with my husband. He said, I've heard you are a great saintly person from India. Can you give us some blessings that we really hit these Americans nicely and see them off? Because the way they are exposing us to our poverty and things, they are horrible. I said, why do you want to hit them? No, they require it, otherwise they will not be all right. It's just in the party, I didn't want to discuss it, all right. And you know, this cocaine came up there. And if you go and see now that place I've been to, Bogota, with my husband, it was like a shanty town, absolutely like a shanty town, made of tin and this and that. Now big buildings are there, and you have escalators and everything. They used to bring petrol with the donkey's cart. Can you imagine? In such a short time, it has become such a big country. And not only that, but now the whole America is afraid of them, even Australia. The drugs are taken by Americans themselves. In Washington, there is such a lot of storage of drugs that they don't know what to do. And even the senators are taking to drugs. Can you imagine? I won't be surprised one day Mr. Clinton lands up with some drugs. The way it is such a fashion, it is such a fantastic thing for them. You go to any party of elite people, which I have to sometimes, they only talk about drugs. You see, you want which drug you like. So I don't like any drug. No, if you want, you can get it cheaply in this, if you go there, you can get it there. They discuss it in the elite parties. Also about gurus, you see, which guru you want. There is a sale on for such and such guru, on a bargain, you can go like that. It's all so stupid, I tell you. I said, these people are so immature, worse than children. They are not grown up, only in age. They have done good maybe in mechanism and all those things, but that has nothing to do